Hey everybody, this assignment is for Mr. Kaditz's room for Thursday and Friday of this week. So what I would like you to do, we've been talking about motion, unbalanced and balanced forces. If you recall, we had the worksheet where we had um, the examples that you had to place if it's balanced or unbalanced. Um, and it looked like this, if you recall. And what we're going to do is you are going to draw two examples of a balanced force and an unbalanced force. You're going to put how many newtons with an arrow showing either way, showing if it's balanced and they're standing still, or if they're unbalanced and moving left or right. You're going to draw two pictures of each, two of balanced, two of unbalanced. Okay, I have an example of an assignment done by other students on here as well for you. So you can look at that. This is just to remind you of what the balanced and unbalanced forces sheet was, and if you recall. So if you recall this one here, this was unbalanced and it was 4 newtons to the left. This one was unbalanced. You subtract the bigger one from the smaller one because the force, more force is pushing this way and less force is here, but you have to subtract and you get like 5 newtons this way. This is just something we did, but this is a good example for you to refresh your memory so you can actually draw some objects of people pushing an object, and you can show if it's balanced or unbalanced, and you can put how many newtons you want. You can put whatever number you want and show that it's unbalanced and it's going one way more. And then the balanced ones, of course, would be like this one, where that object would be staying in place because the forces are equal. The gravity, the force underneath and to the sides are all equal. Okay, so this is kind of an assessment or a test on unbalanced and balanced forces. So this drawing is very important. I know you'll do well. Here's a picture of that right down here for you to look at. Okay, and then on the back side of that paper, I want you to pick one law of motion that you want to do and think of an example of that law of motion. Think of an example. What could you draw yourself doing, or some object or objects that you could show as the first or second law, first, second, or third law of motion? You get to choose. Okay, all of the directions are right here. And then when you do that law of motion, I would like you to write one sentence telling about what your picture is about. Okay, that way we'll know what that is. All right. And here, like I say, there's an example down here of a paper with the unbalanced and balanced forces on. I don't have one of the backside of a first, second, or third law picture, but you choose whichever law you want to draw a picture of to show an example. Okay, do not do the same pics as what are on here. You choose your own pictures, your original ideas. Okay, and then here, this is just to remind you of those unbalanced and balanced forces, how that was. And remember, these are just boxes, but I would like you to have objects of your own idea and thought to show one person pushing against or pulling or whatever you want. It doesn't matter, your choice, in order to show that you understand this, okay? That's what I would like you to do. So that is your job for tomorrow, which is Thursday and or Friday if you're in Mr. Kaditz's, okay? I know that you worked on this particular assignment in the last 2 days while I was gone, while you're in Mr. Kaditz's room, and 17 of you turned it in. There's many more should be turned in. You need to turn it in so that I can grade those, okay? So that's it. All right. You take care. You'll have paper to do it with when you get there. All right. See you later. I'll be in the next room.